Hey everyone,
Hello, my
welcome to another
friends.
installment
You
of
actually
Harry
have such a
Potter
radio
Theory.
voice, podcast
In
voice.
today's video, we're going to be discussing Severus Snape, Albus Dumbledore, and the events of the Half-Blood Prince.
God, I like this
More
channel, it's so
specifically,
good.
we're going to be diving into the iconic and emotional scene where Snape ends the life of
gut-wrenching,
Hogwarts' lovable headmaster, Albus
trauma-inducing,
Dumbledore. Diving
emotionally
in further,
scarring.
we're going to be analysing Snape's murder of Dumbledore and honing
We all
in
know
on
why.
one peculiar aspect pertaining
It was
to
the
the colour
ultimate
of
agent.
Snape's spell. Starting all the way at the beginning, we know that Dumbledore's death was preordained. It had to happen,
Pre-plans.
and he was going to die anyway. That's why Dumbledore enlisted the help of Snape to
The
kill
ultimate
him.
wizard.
If you don't mind dying, said Snape roughly, why not let Draco do it? That boy's soul is not yet so damaged, said Dumbledore. I would not have it ripped apart on my account.
But you would have
As per the
he
rule
has
of the
Snape's
unbreakable
soul.
vow that Snape had made with Narcissa regarding Draco, Snape was responsible for taking action on Draco's part in the event that Draco was unable. So by
He
killing
still
Dumbledore
had
himself,
chance to save
Snape
him.
was effectively saving Draco and doing Dumbledore a favour. This did, however, leave Snape with the daunting task of killing the man that he had grown to like,
Wars
the
are
man that
won
took him in
with men
after
bite
Snape
like Severus
defected
Snape.
from the Death Eaters.
After
When
he
the
was
time
forced to
comes
defect.
and Snape is facing Dumbledore with his wand out at the top of the astronomy tower, he finally releases the spell that ends Dumbledore.
Avada
We can very
Kedavra.
clearly see that Snape used the most effective method of killing known to the Harry Potter story, Avada Kedavra,
Killing curse.
the Killing Curse. The Killing Curse is one of 3 unforgivable curses that are unforgivable because of their sadistic nature. Avada Kedavra's purpose is simple. It causes the victim to instantly die. If you want
Like
to kill
a
your
sniper
victim,
shot
then
through the
this is the
head.
spell to use. The spell creates a blindingly intense green bolt of light right before the
Especially
victim
when it's
simply drops
unleashed
dead.
with a full
But
force.
what's curious about Snape's particular Avada Kedavra, and this is only in the film, so take from it what you will, is that when it strikes Dumbledore,
never
it
thought of
isn't the
this. I
green
never
that we're
noticed
accustomed
it.
to. It's far more of a blue.
I never
found it
realized
significant
this.
in
It
this
is
moment
weird.
because it's reiterated again and again that Avada Kedavra is a green jet of light.
Everything green.
So why was
Hate.
it blue?
Venom.
The meanings behind spell colors in Harry Potter are never properly explained. But last week, I made a theory video where I discussed potential relationships between spell colors and their meanings. In this video, I
that's
outlined that
intriguing.
for a spell
I
to
need
be
to watch
produced
that.
in its truest form, the spell requires intent, and the
Emotion.
spell must be used for the purpose for which it was made. By this logic, someone producing an Expelliarmus properly and for
Red.
the right reason would produce a pure, unwavering red color from the tip of their wand. The same goes for Avada Kedavra, if used accurately and for the right reason, producing an unwavering green jet of light. So my theory for Snape's blue spell
Why
is
is it blue
this.
then?
He had regret. In order to produce Avada
Sadness.
Kedavra, or any of the unforgivable curses for that
You need
matter,
intent.
it requires intent, and it's generally suggested that the degree of intent will determine how successful the spell is. My thought is that Snape had just enough intent to kill
He
Dumbledore,
wanted to do
but
it,
not
he
enough to
needed.
produce the spell in its purest form.
Aw.
This would explain why the spell color wavered from the traditional green. Snape
Venom
didn't
is
want to kill
green to
Dumbledore,
sad
but
blue.
he knew that he had to. So, being the pragmatic man that he is, he got the task done. However, that certainly doesn't mean that he ever wanted to kill him. It was the last thing that Snape wanted to do. He
And
just
had to
knew
keep
that it
all
was
a
the
secret.
right thing to do. What do you guys think of this theory? Let me know in the comment
That's
section
intriguing,
below.
yeah, because never thought about actually spell colors, how they could affect the spell and the user that was casting it. I always thought it was green because it was like Slytherin and it was the color of Venom, so Snape. I always went to that aspect, but the color affect the color of the spell being affected by the intent of the caster. That's an interesting theory. I need to watch that video. That's good. That's interesting.